Hello guys. Today I'm going to share with you the cards I've made from Arctic Bears. It has some really cute general sayings and cute images. So this one, you have like kind of a sunsetting scene, and all I did was everything is flat. Just made it, tore some paper and put in some shadows so you'd see like snowbanks. Made a shadow underneath him and then sponged in the sky. And that sets him off really well, I think. This one I did similar, except I stamped the iceberg and then cut it out and put it on a card that I had sponged with blacks and grays and masked my moon, and then I 3D'd the polar bear on this one. This one you probably I should turn these more, I've been told. This decorative paper, and then just put some icicles down one side, a 3D stamp greeting, 3D polar bear, and just a small snowbank with the shadow underneath him. This one, the polar bear, I actually stamped on the velvet paper and found out that it stamps really well on that, and then die cut it out. And then these two, I just die cut the mother bear and the baby bear, used decorative paper, just randomly cut a snowbank and put some shadow underneath him. 3D'd a greeting. Very simple, very fast. And then I just did one of him inside of the baby. Yep. This one, I used watercolor paper and then watercolored a sky. I used some Wink of Stellar, I don't know if you can see it, on a cloud, and stamped some trees on his legs. Did a little bit of silver twine, 3D'd this and the greeting. On the background, I used Misty Moonlight and Misty Moonlight base, but I stamped trees in Misty Moonlight as well. This one I decided to have two babies, and I did the tree stamp in back on smoky slate with smoky slate. 3D'd a greeting, 3D'd the snow and the bears. Excuse me, I did the baby bears and the snow flat and 3D'd the mom. So that's that one. Then this one, I'm going to show you how to use the Give It A Whirl dies, because this is what I did here. And I put an arrow so that the fish is swimming front to. And this is very, very easy. I overlooked the Give It A Whirl for a long time in the catalog. And then I finally got it, and it's so easy to do. So I'm going to show you that. This one I did two of the icebergs, and put stamped a small bear up here so he looks like he's further away, and stamped the bigger one here. Sponged on the ocean and sky, and did the same thing with the circle, but I'll show you that in a minute. And just added some birds. And then I added, because I lost my little tiny stamp, arrow stamp, the very first time I used this, it's tiny. I just drew an arrow so people will know. And then on the inside I just put some more of those fish going straight across. So here we go with the Give It A Whirl stamp set. There are 21 dies. So it looks like it's complicated. It is not complicated. So what you do is you're going to take this one, no matter what opening, and you have choices. No matter what opening you're going to do, you're going to use this for the front of your card. This cuts this plus the groove here, but not the opening. And see right here, this does a hole, and that's key. That's where everything is going to hook. So then, if you wanted this shape opening, you line up that hole with this, and you put this wherever you want it. Like when I used this one, I had it straight up, but you can do it any angle you want, any direction you want, and it will cut one, just like I did the circle. The one I used was the circle. Again, you have that hole, you're going to line it up with the hole right there, die cut it, and then everything will work. They also have one with a heart, which I haven't used yet, but Valentine's is coming up, might be there. And again, you just line up that hole and die cut. So that's the front of your card. So you decorate it in any way you wish. So you've got the front. Then you're going to die cut a wheel. And this is what you'll get. It's a plain wheel, and it also has a hole in the center. And that helps you, not helps you, it lines it up for you ahead of time. Then what you do is you take your shape. I took this one because it's the biggest one, and just lined up the hole and then drew it, drew the shape, and then, well, here, let me do this. I put this in here. Clumsy. Okay, I put this in here, lined up the holes, and then drew a line there. That tells you what's going to show through your hole. So you'll know where to stamp your images. And if you use a different shape, you just know that the center of this is going to be the center of your shape. So it really is easy to line up your images. And let's see. And then when you, if you cut this round circle, you already have a circle. If you don't, you can punch a circle. It doesn't matter what size. And then what I did was I poked a hole in the center, and pretend that your front is done. This is all stamped the way you want it. You're going to put this on the back. Wait a minute, let me get, I brought out a, oh, it's so tiny, I probably have lost it. Instead of wasting time, I'll take another one. Okay, so you're going to take a brad, and you're going to put it through your front that will be already decorated. You're going to put it through your front. You're going to put it through your stamped wheel, and you're going to put it through a center of a circle. Remember, that circle doesn't matter what size it is as long as it's smaller than your circle. Going to open up your tongs, not too tightly, right? And make sure it turns. And then you're going to put, believe it or not, this is the part I had a hard time in my head figuring out. But you're actually going to put 3D dots in back here on this. And then take off the backing of that, and you're going to stick it right on what you want for your base card. Whoops, wait a minute. Back up. You're going to put those 3D dots on there. Then take 3D dots, if that's all you've got, or I have the strips, which are really handy for this, and put strips around here, or 3D dots around here. Make sure your wheel will still move. Don't put it close to your wheel. Take those off, and then the 3D dots will stick this, and this will be up, and it'll be lifted up from your card. And then you can whirl your card around. Then you want to put an arrow, whichever way you want this wheel to go, up or down, or you can have it the orientation this way. But whichever way you want the wheel to turn, put an arrow going that direction. And that's it. So it's really, with these dies, it's all done for you. And I mentioned there were 21 dies. I've shown you 4. Three different holes. I've showed you 5. The heart one, the base, and the wheel. But then you can have a frame around your wheel. You can have, there's 3 hearts, different size hearts. There are stars. There are banners for your sentiments. There are imprints for your dies, and like I said, I lost the stamp for the die. I mean for the arrow, excuse me. And there's clouds. And then I think these, I don't know what these holes are for, to tell you the truth. I was going to say for your hole, but I don't think so, because you'd have to cut them out at once. So I'm not sure what that one is. But anyway, it's extremely easy and a lot of fun. And I've made a lot of cards with these. I wish I had kept them so I could share them with you. But I hope some of you will maybe want this Give It A Whirl die set and try it, because it is so fun and so fast. Well, I hope you got something out of today's video, and have a good day, and thank you.